Well, he bumped it before it cut it.
Right.
All right, welcome everyone. Oh, Tom?
Recording in progress.
All right, welcome everyone. It is now 6:32 p.m. I'd like to call to order the Fenton Township Board on this Tuesday, the 7th day of April, 2026. I ask everyone to please stand for the opening prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. I ask Trustee Gopal, would you please lead us?
Yes, sir, thank you. Heavenly Father, bless us as we gather here tonight. Help us nurture the bonds of our community. Guide us to make decisions in the best interest of the township and its residents. We pray for an end to the conflicts in the world today. Continue to look over us and bless our community and country. We ask these things in your most holy name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As always, Mark, I appreciate it. Clerk Krug, will you please call the roll?
Oh, definitely.
Thanks, we're done, ready to go. All right.
Okay, I'm getting ready.
17 minutes, Bob, come on.
It's, I don't know, it's Lorraine.
Present.
Okay, everybody knows that Vince is here. Reed. Clark.
Here.
Krug is present. Kessler.
Here.
Gopal.
Here.
Tucker.
Present.
Yeah, the full board present.
Thanks, Bob. All right, I'd also like to note for the record that our Township Attorney, Jack Belzer, our Operations Manager, Tom Broker, our Fire Chief, Ryan Volz, our Assistant Manager, Megan Gito, are present this evening. Also present this evening, not via Zoom, is our engineer, Melissa Lawrence from Lawrence Engineering. Tom, will you detail the procedures for those attending tonight's virtual meeting?
Yes, for the members of the public attending tonight's meeting in person or via Zoom, please be advised the meeting is being recorded to be shown on public access TV on Spectrum Channel 191. Recorded meetings are also posted on the Fenton Area Community Television YouTube channel. For those attending via Zoom, we ask that you keep your microphone muted until we reach portions of the meeting where public comment is allowed. For tonight's meeting, there are no public hearings, therefore all public comment will be taken near the end of the meeting. Meeting materials are available for download on the Township's website at fentontownship.org.
All right, thanks, Tom. All right, moving on to the first business order is approval of the agenda. Are there any requests to amend tonight's agenda? Hearing none, a motion is in order to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll move the motion.
Second.
All right, motion's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Krug, will you please call the roll?
Krug.
It's
Clark.
over.
Yes.
Kessler.
Yes.
Reed.
Yes.
Gopal.
Yes.
Tucker.
I demand a recount.
Lorraine.
Yes.
Yes?
Motion passed.
All right, the agenda stands approved as presented. Next business order is the meeting minutes, including the packet of the meeting minutes for the March 17th regular and the March 31st special meeting. Are there any corrections or requested revisions to these meeting minutes? Hearing none, the meeting minutes stand approved as presented. All right, moving on to expenditures. Are there any questions from the board regarding any of the invoices?
I did have a couple of questions. There was a bond refund of 10 grand for capital construction. That bond amount seemed unusual to me. What's that about?
It's actually from a few years ago, and in lieu of providing insurance, a certificate of insurance for being a sewer contractor,
Yeah.
they posted a cash bond.
Oh, really?
But they'd been done for a few years, and we just said,
I
we
don't even
need to get
recognize
this
the
back to
name.
them. They did McCully Lake Phase 2,
Okay.
so they've been out for a few years. So it's been hanging out there. We finally figured out where they were, and we got it back to them.
All right. And then there's a 78 and change check to a bank that looks like for the fire vehicle. I guess we paid cash for that. Did we take a loan out?
We financed part of the aerial truck.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, we financed about $600,000.
Is that a monthly or is that a payoff?
It's annual.
An annual?
It was a 5-year installment, or five-year installment purchase contract,
But annual payment?
annual payment.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I got.
Any other questions? Okay, I'll entertain a motion regarding the payment of expenditures totaling $554,753.06 for payment.
I'll make a motion to approve payment of the invoices in the amount that Vince just said as presented.
All right, motion's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Krug, will you please call the roll?
Reed.
Yes.
Gopal.
Yes.
Tucker.
Yes.
Kessler.
Yes.
Lorraine.
Yes.
I vote yes. Clark?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, thanks, Bob. All right, public hearings, we have none tonight. Moving on to reports, we have the Losee Senior Center. It's their 2025 annual report. I'm sure we've all read the report in the packet. Does anyone have any questions at all from the board? All right, hearing none, we'll move on. Is there any committee reports to be made to the board? Hearing none. Communications, we have none this evening. Adoption of ordinances, none. Unfinished business, nothing this evening. And moving on to new business. This is a proposed sewer maintenance agreement, Cook Excavating. We've all reviewed the information in our packets. Does anyone on the board have any questions or concerns regarding this process?
No, but I think we should say out loud that we did submit this for an RFP. No one other than Cook responded. We got a quote from the county to do comparable services. The base amount was nearly $280,000 higher per year, plus it required a capital expenditure of $5 million that would cost us another $600,000 a year under bonds. So it seems to me that we've got a pretty cost-effective company that we're very comfortable and familiar with, so I'm in favor.
All right, well, you took those words right out of my mouth, so I appreciate
I thought it
that.
faster than you would have, so I'm trying to speed things
Yeah,
up.
all right, yeah. Okay, any other questions or comments from the board? Okay, I will entertain a motion regarding the proposed independent contractor agreement with Cook Excavating, Inc. for sanitary sewer maintenance services as presented.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All right, motion's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Krug, will you please call the roll?
Clark?
Yes.
Kessler?
Yes.
I vote yes. Gopel?
Yes.
Tucker?
Yes.
Lorraine?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thanks, Bob. All right, next under new business, proposed 2026 local road project. This is Lobdell Road. I'm sure we reviewed the memo in the packet. Tom?
So, when we're looking at the other projects we'd already approved, Lobdell Road was one we had looked at. We'd gotten a proposal for paving, or an estimate. It was over $1 million. And we thought, well, we're already doing the southern end of Whitaker Road that connects to this road. Why not get a cost estimate to do the limestone with the permazyme so the whole thing can be done at once? And so you see the proposal came in at $39,000 for the limestone, $13,000 for the permazyme, and adding that to the projects we've already approved, it still keeps us within our budget. So I reviewed it with Melissa as well, and we both agreed this was a good project to add for '26.
Thanks, Tom. Any questions or comments from the board? All right. I will entertain a motion regarding the Genesee County Road Commission cost proposal for limestone resurfacing of Lobdell Road as presented.
I'll support a motion to approve.
Second.
All right, motion's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Krug, will you please call the roll?
Gopel?
Yes.
Tucker?
Yes.
Lorraine?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
I vote yes. Reed?
Yes.
Kessler?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thanks, Bob. All right, next under new business is Law Day 2026 proclamation. Tom, you want to review that?
So each year, the County Bar Association asks communities to adopt a proclamation for Law Day, which is May 1st. And so I'll read this as quickly as I can.
Oh, slowly.
2026 Law Day Proclamation, Rule of Law and the American Dream. Whereas Law Day is a day of public acknowledgement of our nation's and state's heritage of justice, liberty, and equality under the law, and May 1st has been declared Law Day by the United States Congress. And whereas the American Bar Association has declared the theme for Law Day 2026 is Rule of Law and the American Dream. And whereas the Declaration of Independence states that all individuals are endowed with certain unalienable rights, and chief among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Whereas the rule of law, as defined by the World Justice Project, refers to a system of self-government in which the government and all individuals are held accountable to a set of fair, publicized, and broadly understood laws that are evenly enforced. And whereas the rule of law protects the rights necessary for each person to pursue their own happiness, their own vision of the American dream, the belief that hard work can produce a better life. Whereas today, as the rule of law and American dream face significant challenges, their enduring strength and vitality are enhanced by public education and understanding about our rights and responsibilities. Whereas the American dream of individual and national prosperity is both dependent upon and critical to political liberty and social equality. Whereas the rule of law ensures that no single person or the government is above the law, and that all persons, regardless of their status, must be treated equally under the law, and that no one will be denied liberty or property without due process. Whereas for others, the American dream is to become a citizen, or for their children to be citizens, and while challenged, the rule of law ensures that citizenship via the naturalization process or through birthright citizenship is not arbitrarily denied. Whereas for many whose American dream is to own their home, the rule of law promotes the protection of property rights, stable markets, certainty of contract, non-discriminatory practices, and consumer protection. Whereas the rule of law provides predictability and incentives that enable small business owners, entrepreneurs, and investors to generate sustainable economic growth and further their American dream of economic mobility and financial independence. Whereas the rule of law protects workers and employers through clear regulations that promote fair labor, non-discrimination, safety, and a stable job market, all of which are significant elements of the American dream. Now therefore be it resolved that the Township Board of the Charter Township of Fenton does hereby declare May 1st, 2026 as Law Day. We call upon the people of Fenton Township and all of Genesee County to acknowledge the importance of our legal and judicial systems with appropriate ceremonies and activities, and to display the flags of the United States and the state of Michigan in support of this educational observance. We further encourage schools, businesses, media, religious institutions, civic and service organizations to join members of the bar and bench in commemorating Law Day.
Thanks, Tom. Mr. Tucker is also an attorney, and we have our township attorney. Anything you guys want to add?
Law Day, good thing.
Law Day, good thing.
And naturally, lawyers don't write anything short.
Right. Tom did a pretty good job of
He
busting
did,
through it.
really did.
Real good job going through.
Okay, was that the proclamation?
Yeah.
Or is Bob doesn't need to read
That's
that.
a resolution.
Yeah, you're gonna move that, all right. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adopt the 2026 Law Day Proclamation as presented.
I will make a motion to adopt the 2026 Law Day Declaration as presented.
I'll second it.
All right, motion's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Krug, will you please call the roll?
Kessler,
Yes.
I vote yes. Reed,
Yes.
Lorraine,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Tucker,
Yes.
Gopel.
Yes.
Resolution, or proclamation passes.
Tom, I said
Thanks, Bob.
proclamation, not declaration.
Yes, I have that.
Thank you.
All right. Last thing under new business, resolution number 2026-07. This is a bond authorization for Hidden Ridge Street Improvement Special Assessment District. Tom, you can briefly review?
Yes, the board recently confirmed the special assessment role for the Hidden Ridge Street Improvement Special Assessment. And so the communication, the first page is communication from our bond counsel, Steve Van of Miller Canfield, outlining what's in the resolution. It's rather lengthy, so obviously we'll just forego the reading of it, but it's authorizing the issuance of an amount not to exceed $530,000 in special assessment bonds to pay for the cost of the road paving project. And one quick note, more than half of the property owners have already paid theirs off, so the bond issue is going to be less than half of what we're authorizing, but it's just the way it worked out.
Do you have a clue on the rate? He's capped at 6, but I didn't know what your.
Yeah, it's probably
4.5.
gonna be, in the 5s, maybe. Yeah, because these are taxable bonds, because it's a private improvement, so the interest earned on the bonds is not tax exempt, so that usually drives the rate up a little bit. The bond sale is actually this Thursday, so we'll find out soon enough.
Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, well, Tom, you read that one also, right?
I did.
All right. I will entertain a motion regarding the adoption of resolution number 2026-07 as presented.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution
Second.
2026-07 as presented.
I'll second.
All right, motion's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Clerk Krug, will you please call the roll?
Yes. Tucker,
Yes.
Lorraine,
Yes.
Gopel,
Yes.
Kessler,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
and I vote yes. Resolution passes.
All right, thanks, Bob. Moving on, the next business order is board comment. Is there anyone on the board that has additional comments or concerns? discuss this evening? Hearing none, we will now move on to the next business order, which is public comment. Again, this is public comment on agenda or non-agenda items. I will now open up the I will now open up the meeting for public comment, and again, remember, it is on agenda or non-agenda items. Is there anyone present that would like to address the board this evening? Yes, sir. If you would, just come up, stand by the mic there, and just, all we really need is your name.
My name is Vince Velasco. Do you remember me from last year?
Vince?
Yeah, from last year. I was here about the same time.
About what?
I
What were you talking
apologize.
about?
Yeah,
Storm drain on Cussawago.
okay,
3 years ago. Well, I've lived on, between Log Cabin and Cussawago
okay.
for 40 years. That was the first house that was there. It's a log cabin. I hadn't had any problem with drainage. I had to come down to the township when I built my house. They put a 6-inch tile around my walkout basement. I got permission to go 400 feet to the storm drain that's on Cussawago. It's the first storm drain. There's one storm drain that's in the corner where I live. There's another one about halfway down to the bend, and then it curls around, and there's 2 or 3 storm drains that empty into the lake. I didn't have any problem with water for 30 years until they built the houses behind me on Cussawago. The property used to go down. They bermed it all up. They didn't put a ditch in. The roofs are all pitched at my yard. So when it rains, all the water comes across the street into my yard. The house, like I said, I was the first house in that whole area. There wasn't one house other than the houses on the lake. They built the house next to me, east of me, bermed it up, so that water comes at me now. I still didn't have any problems until 3 years ago. I noticed the storm drain wasn't working. So I come in here with I got your code enforcer. I think he brought out, you know Lawrence Engineering?
He's actually present.
He brought, this is a card I got from 3 years ago. He brought a guy named Brian.
Yep.
And they looked at the storm drain. I said, look at the storm drain. It's not functioning. The water is sitting about that far below it. My drain is right above the water line. So now when it rains, all the rain from Cussawago Road goes into that storm drain and goes shooting right back into my yard, along with all the water from all the other houses. And I cannot stop the water. I got 2 pumps running. And Friday, this happened again for the 3rd time. Friday night, I knew it was going to rain. They said 1/4 inch of rain. I was kind of nervous. I stayed up all night looking in my yard. No water, no water. Finally, at 5 o'clock, I went to bed. I got up at 7. I got 2 foot of water in my backyard. Because the drain will not drain, and I'm the low spot. I'm the low spot on all them houses, you know, kind of like down. I can pump this water up to the crest of my yard. It will go away, but it's going to go flood the neighbors out. All the neighbors that are down from me on Log Cabin Point, there's 4 of them that own the property next to me. So, that was 3 years ago. This guy came out, the engineer. Nothing happened. Last year it happened again. I came in here, gave you the same speech, all you guys. Yes.
Okay, no.
I even talked to you. You called me a couple days later, said, hey, we're going to take care of it and all that.
Okay.
They came out, because I checked. A couple days later, there was a little red ring spray painted on the top of that storm drain. And that's it. They never touched it. All I got to do is come out and clean it. If they clean it, I wouldn't have this issue. My house has been wiped out 3 years in a row now. I'm talking, have any of you had 2 feet of water in your walkout basement? It brings in everything, worms, dirt, you name it, it brings it in. It brought it all into my house. It took me a week last year to clean the water out of my basement. It blew my well out, took out my water heater, washer, dryer. All the possessions I had in the house were ruined. And then again, it happened again Friday.
Let me do this, Vince. Great name, by the way. Vince, it's a
Yes.
great name. I like that name. Our engineer's here. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't remember your specific, I remember talking to you, but I don't remember the contents of that conversation.
I was
Meaning
here.
that I don't know as a drain.
That right over here.
But what I was gonna say is Melissa Lawrence is here from Lawrence Engineering. And Melissa, can you come up or at least address all his concerns? Find out?
So, what's been happening with this is your drain flows to a roadside drain that belongs to the road commission. So we had to work to get the road commission involved. And what happened was further down, further west, consumers put a power pole right through.
I told them this.
I remember. Yeah, so then we had to get the road commission to get consumers to move the pole. So
Oh, I
they-
remember this.
They moved the pole and they left the other one. So we have continued to try to get the road commission out there. Just a couple weeks ago, we asked what the status was, and consumers said, we have all our stuff off of that pole, but the cable company is still attached to the pole. So now we have to find a way to get a hold of the cable company. Even though it's not our drain, it's the road commission's drain, we are trying to work this. And we're dealing with consumers, and now that entity is not.
My wife almost had a stroke over this. She spent all
I bet.
winter cleaning the basement.
Thousands of dollars worth of APs, power equipment. It took me a year to clean it up. I finally got it cleaned up and it still isn't fit. I still have to go through it all again. I'm having a nervous breakdown over this.
It would help if you would also reach out to the road commission. Because that's who we're working with, and consumers, and now the.
We gotta now talk to the road commission.
You don't have to, but it's their drain. All I'm saying is, our goal is to fix this too, but it's not ours. So we're trying to get these entities to fix.
How come the storm drain that's by my house isn't it used to be connected to the ones all the way down Cuswago. So they're okay.
And it's not just that. For 3 years, we can't even do any yard work because it's too wet. I believe it.
Well, Melissa,
This is horrible. We need
agree.
someone to do something for us.
Melissa, I remember this whole conversation now. I remember calling you, talking to you about the poll. We had to get a hold of consumers. I only have so much power when it comes to the county. They basically what they want to do. Road commission, they work great with us. I don't want to say anything negative about them whatsoever. But I know that the big issue was that the pole. Even though they replaced the pole, they didn't pull the old pole out, which is what's clogging this
It's
thing up.
cut off. It's cut off. It's just sticking out of the ground.
Completely cut off.
Okay.
It's cut off. It's not there.
Everything in the neighborhood is flooding our yard.
Is there anything, so Melissa, when we build houses, we talk about, do we have the right infrastructure? And you and I had this long conversation. You said, yes, if we build 220 apartments, the county looks at it, where the water goes, does all that. Well, it sounds to me that there's been some mistakes that have been done. So I know we require a grading plan, we require all this. I mean, what went wrong here? And I guess I can sit here and tell you what I'm gonna tell you, but I don't know can we even do anything in the right of way in that road? Can we go there? Can I just tell Cook tomorrow, go and take the pole out?
Right now, I have the cable company saying that we can't.
There's nothing on it. The pole.
She's just saying that there is a cable company that's got something on it.
They're saying,
So he's saying the
If you're saying
Yeah,
the
cut
pole was
off.
removed, one of them is cut off.
I agree. I don't.
am I gonna go to jail if I take the,
Is it better to ask for forgiveness and permission?
That's my saying.
Be the theme around here. So why not just,
Well, the lawyer,
no, we're not talking
the,
about.
the lawyer
Right,
says,
right.
find a lawyer. Because the problem is, you guys shouldn't have to be dealing with this.
No,
You
my
shouldn't.
problem-
This-
my-
This is not a problem of your creation, and there are people that have created that problem. They're not sitting here, we're trying to help you, but you need to talk.
My yard is big enough. I can pump this water to the top of my crest, and then it's gonna be all the other houses' problem on Log Cabin, or on Log Cabin Point. I've got property. I can pump it up, and then it's going towards the lake.
And then you're gonna get sued by all
you're
of
gonna
them.
get sued.
So I would really encourage you to talk to a lawyer, because you guys shouldn't have, it's obviously stressing you out.
Well, who should I be suing for causing this problem that's just been going on and on
Talk
and
to a
on?
lawyer.
Talk to a lawyer.
Talk to a lawyer.
And when I hooked up to the storm drain, I had to get your permission, the township's permission. I didn't have to get the road commission's permission.
Hold on, Melissa, is that true?
It's not our drain.
Yeah, we don't give permission to go to that drain.
You weren't here 40 years ago. When I built my house 40 years ago,
It
I
was-
had to
it's a
come
county
here
drain,
before I
though,
built
Mark.
my house,
Yeah.
talk to the people that were here, and they gave me permission to run the storm drains, around the base of my walkout basement and go, it's like 400 or 500 feet straight to that storm drain, which had a tap on it.
Melissa, I can't, 40 years ago, I don't know, is there anything the township, I would listen to an attorney, and I would get an attorney. And again, I can only tell, but Melissa, is there anything the township legally can do to help them? Because we will do what we can, but I don't wanna end up in jail either, if the county says I can't go and dig a pole up, and all of a sudden the utility company's suing the township because there was something that went on that pole. Trust me, I'll do what I can do,
So they
but I
let
think
them
I'm
punch
very
a hole
limited.
right through the storm drain to put some cable in that just came in 30 years after I lived there?
Consumers Energy, I wouldn't even try to go that road. I mean, they don't even pick up the phone. So bottom line is that that's who did it, right? It was consumers that put the pole in, they put it in the wrong spot or whatever they did, Melissa, I don't know, but they did, whatever happened, it
I knew it right away when I come out there and okay, I got a drain problem. I'm looking at the drain. I looked up. I'm thinking, it looks like that telephone pole's right straight through where the drain would
yeah,
go.
Melissa lent affirmation to that. John, does he have a case?
Yes, he has a case.
There you go. Sue consumers?
Talk to a lawyer.
Talk to them.
So now you're dumping me onto the consumers now.
No, I'm dumping you onto a lawyer to protect your rights, because this is not our drain, okay? We didn't do this, we're trying to help you. I think you need to talk to a lawyer, because I think what's happened to you shouldn't happen. Mistakes happen or whatever, but you guys have been going through hell for 2 years now,
3 years.
okay?
3
3
years.
years now. You need to talk to an attorney, okay?
I mean, why wasn't I told this last year?
I don't know, I don't remember you, I'm sorry. I might have not been here.
Do you remember, Jack? I mean,
I remember the issue coming up, and I think at the time, we were gonna look at it.
Look
and
into
See
it.
what it was. It did come up that there was a pole put into a drain.
I remember all that. I remember,
Yeah.
it's all coming
And
back
then
to
on
me now.
top of it, right behind my house, there's a big crack in the road. It's a big divot. It's a crater, right? So now it's letting more water come through like a river. You know, water, if it's going on the road, some of it would kind of go this way, and some of it kind of go this way and go down the road.
It's creating a
Them
river
two
down the middle.
houses that are behind me, their roofs are pitched right at me. Their yards are pitched right at me. There is no ditch in front, a ditch to run their water down towards Fenton Road, where the ditch is at.
Melissa, the grade plans, those come from the county, correct?
So I'm just getting basically water from all the way around me, and I've got no way to get rid of it. And I never had this problem for 30-some years, until this storm drain went out.
And our engineer agrees with you, so I mean, you have.
We had to move. We had 3 times now, we've had to, I opened the door at Saturday morning, and I goes, we gotta move. The water's up this high, the house stinks. Now I gotta go repair last time I repaired the well myself, the water heater, bought new appliances, because everybody gave me the bird, you know?
I don't want you to feel that way from this township. This board, like I said, if there's a way, my engineer says that I can do this, I can do it. We don't control that drain. We don't control the houses next to you. We don't control any of that stuff.
Why did I have
So
to get permission from you guys to hook up to it?
I don't know 40 years ago who you got the permission from.
It was here, it was whoever was here. I had to come in. I had to come in before I built my house. I had to come in before they poured the slab and did all that stuff. I had to come here and explain to the board what I was doing
But
to
it
get
might have been
there.
at the direction of the county. What I mean is that right now, if you have a grade plan, the county needs to, right, Melissa, have a grade plan? We have a grade plan, right? We check grade plan, we check them, right? So we require them. So if this would be current, you wouldn't have this problem. Since it happened 40 years ago, come on, guys, help me out. What?
Would we have any record?
No.
I mean, not the, what happened 40
It-
years
it
ago?
doesn't matter.
It doesn't
impact
matter.
the
You need to
current
go
problem.
talk to a lawyer.
Yes.
Seriously. Go talk to George Isaac. Go
So
talk
now
to
I'm
the
paying
lawyer.
for an attorney.
Well, what are you paying for already, okay? You've already paid to replace your washer and dryer, your furnace, all that kind of stuff. You guys shouldn't have to be paying for that. Go talk to a
And
lawyer.
again, you may pay $1,000 to talk to an attorney, but the attorney's gonna say, all this is, we can get this back. So maybe you can get damages back. Again, I don't know. All I know is my engineer's sitting there. If there was something I could do, if I could
It
physically
should
go
have been
dig up
nice
the
if
pole
the
for you.
engineer would have told me 3 years ago this. I got the card the guy gave me. He's standing there over the drain.
He works for Melissa.
Why did they tell me 3 years ago this?
We tried to get it worked, we tried to get the road commission out there, we
You
tried
never
to.
told me.
Who do we talk to? I don't know that I know that. I can give you phone number.
But we can't make a recommendation.
The code enforcer.
You can afterwards.
Whatever.
Hey, is it possible just to pull that cut pole, pull it out? Because that's the
If there's a
culprit.
utility in it, I can't.
No, there's no utility, he cut it, he cut it, it's just, pull the pipe, just send someone over, pull it out, and it may solve the problem. Because it's blocking.
No, because if you think about it, there's a pipe. The pole went through the pipe. The pipe's just, we're gonna have to fix the whole thing. We're gonna have to fix the drainage system, and if what's my liability with that? If I fix it and then he backs up 2 years from now?
That's your problem.
It doesn't matter, but the old one's the one that went through the pipe. So now you pull it, you have to repair the pipe.
What's the purpose for it?
What,
I mean, maybe it'll.
legally you can't, though, we don't have any authority to do that. I mean, that's no different than going to your house and pulling out a tree. It's no different than going to your house and pulling out a tree because we decide we don't like the tree in your yard.
But it's not gonna cause any problems.
Well, how do we know that?
I mean, it's,
Consumers cause the problem. Consumers needs to fix the problem.
Right.
and
Oh,
so
yeah,
they need to
try
be
to call consumers. I tried.
I'm not, that's why I'm.
They need to
telling
be
you to get a lawyer.
sued, right?
I would never try and
They
call
don't
consumers.
care. They do not care.
Right. You gotta make
Sue
them
'em.
care. You gotta make them care.
Yeah.
I mean, the lawsuit's the only thing to make them care, you know, it's the only.
Well, I feel bad because we can't really, we can't do anything legally.
Sir, did you say they replaced the pole and you put another one and then they cut the other one?
There was a pole in,
I understand.
and I noticed it was gone when I was standing on my drain, looking at the problem. I'm going, well, the drain's not working.
Right.
I also live on the island. I walk down Cussawago all the time to get in my boat to go to the island. So I walk over every manhole cover, every storm drain. And I'm looking down, oh, that one's working. You can see it drops down 6, 8 feet to the lake. You see the pipe, it goes right out to the seawalls.
The pole that's in the drain, is there anything?
It's a new one they put in couple years.
So that still has stuff on the pole? The one that's in the, that they drilled in the pipe?
I don't know, I never looked up there. That's not what I was looking at.
I'm just saying.
They replaced it. And then right by the pole where they replaced
They
it,
replaced it with the one that's the issue, not, they didn't replace the one that was.
the new one's the one that's the issue.
Okay, that's where I was.
And they punched it right
And it's
straight
got
through
utilities on it.
right straight through the drain. that curls around and goes down Cuswago. So all those drains are hooked together. And you can see by the pole where they punched the pole in, there's a big circular area where the water streams in and it's created it's like a sinkhole.
I think what John is saying, our treasurer, when he's talking about the attorney is, consumers is a very big, powerful entity, and us at the township calling them and raising hell, they couldn't care less. But the thing that does get the attention of these companies are lawsuits. And that's why I think he was saying, if you get, and honestly, if it's a legit case, you'll probably get the attorney costs back anyway as the damages. I can't, you know, it depends on what you're awarded, if you're awarded anything, but I mean, the quickest way to get the attention of the people that you need to get the attention is threatening a lawsuit. And that's why he said get an attorney, because, you know, you might have power here in the township, but he has no power with concern. And I apologize, but, you know,
I just don't see how I had to come here and get permission to hook up to that. And now everybody here is saying, why did I come here to begin with to ask?
Well, that was 40 years ago.
I don't know.
I mean, laws changed probably every 2 or 3 years. I mean, the things that we require today are a lot more than what were required 5 years ago since I've been sitting in this chair. And going back another 12 years since I was just sitting in a trustee seat. So, I mean, what was happening back then when there was one house or two houses on a street? Probably you weren't even thinking of that. So you came here then, but
You're
it's
talking about, hey,
irrelevant.
I gotta worry about the cable company that's up on the telephone pole. You know, that's just been recent. They put all that stuff up there. You know, it hasn't been that long.
But it's only been recent that you had the water problems because of the
Because of the pole, that hasn't been that long. That's
3 years, right?
3, 4 years, whenever they did it, I noticed it.
So Melissa, what are our options? I mean, I don't think we're gonna be able to please them in any way outside of what our attorney, both attorneys have said, is to contact an attorney. I don't think legally I have any power to do anything. I mean, I can't have my guy go over and take the pole out. I just can't do that.
Hey Vince, you may talk to your neighbors, and maybe you guys can go in, put a slush fund together and go out, hire an attorney. and
My
be-
neighbors, I'm the only one that's got the problem. I can pump this water, I'm telling you. I can pump it up to a point in my yard where it's not my problem anymore.
We just have to.
I can do it. And the water's gonna go where gravity pulls it.
Sure.
But you're a good neighbor.
But I have been being a good neighbor. But at this point, I'm not gonna keep moving out of my house. I'm gonna tell them, it's not my pole, it's over by your yard, go take care of it. The telephone pole isn't even close to my property, it's closer to all their properties.
But this attorney to my left, I have a lot of respect for, and actually he does a lot of work for me. I would listen to what he's saying. He's a very intelligent man. What he's saying is that by doing that, now you have just created your own legal liability because you know what you're doing. The neighbor, I know he wouldn't do it. He's a good neighbor. He would have done it 3 years ago. I'm just saying that I think you should really consider
So you mean, meantime, till I sue this out, could take years, I'm just gonna keep flooding. Every time we have a rain, I'm just gonna keep flooding out, and I gotta move out of my house.
Consumers caused your problem. Consumers needs to fix the problem. There's nobody else that's gonna step to the plate to do this, okay? They caused the problem and they need to fix it, and they're only gonna do it if you put pressure on them. And please contact a lawyer before you start pumping accumulated water to a spot where it's gonna hit your neighbors. I know you're being a good neighbor and you're not gonna do that, but I'm just telling you, you need to talk to somebody that's looking out for you. Because right now, consumers is not doing that. The road commission, whose drain it is not doing that. The cable company, who's got a wire that's on the pole, that
Well,
Nobody's
I don't know why I
watching
wasn't
out for
told
you.
this 3 years ago. You know.
I can't fix 40 years, I can't fix 3 years. I can fix now, and you need to go.
Oh, that's a really good idea too.
I thought of that.
Take a picture of your basement, and that's a try kind of call the. I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't wanna tell you, but that's, yeah, listen to one of your residents, that might be a smart idea. And I'm sorry,
Neighbors, I would take pictures, I'd post it on Facebook, and I would, like,
Yeah.
and then I would call the news stations and see if Angie Henderson or somebody up there can shed some light on it for you, it might be quicker than, you know.
Honestly though, I don't even know what that would do because consumer, it's a monopoly. It's like you can't go anywhere else. They're the electric company. They're the only one in the town right now.
I can
And
tell you I can do enough before I leave then. I mean,
No, I'm saying the law, I think the lawsuit would get more attention than that.
He's lived here for 100 years.
no, I'm just saying, I would try, you know, I would use social media to very powerful and free.
well, Vince, and I don't know your name, Mary, I apologize, I really do. And I don't need to apologize for this board, because I know all of us are gonna get up here feeling bad. But if there was something I could tell my engineer to do, I could tell Cook Excavating to do, if I could do it, and it cost this township money to do it, I would do it right now. But legally, I don't have the authority to do anything for you. Since we don't own the property, we didn't put in the pole, we don't do anything, and I understand how you might feel what happened 40 years ago, but this board, I can guarantee you will help you in any way you can. But if you ask, you know, here's our township attorney, he'll tell you what I think needs to happen, and I would certainly listen to this man, because I think it's the way, because stress is not good for you, and if my house flooded, I can only imagine what you're going through. Well, we need to fix it, and I think John said,
You gotta get their attention.
you gotta get their attention, and I would just sue them.
Jack, do you think they can be compensated for,
Well, yeah, that's all part of the loss that
Okay.
the attorney would throw into the lawsuit.
Well-
You could also try contacting the Public Service Commission, but that's a long,
Jack, you're a township attorney, you can make a recommendation to them, correct? Or no? I'm putting you on this spot.
you mean as to what attorney?
No,
Oh, no, mine
About-
is 100% sue consumers. I mean, that's,
okay,
John
that's what I
hit it
wanted
right
to
on
do.
the head. That's the responsible party, I mean, the township can't do anything. The township has no authority or ability to do anything legally. Anything the township would
I'll talk to you.
After
Yes,
the meeting,
I got two.
yeah.
See me afterwards. Yes.
And the one that was mentioned earlier is a fantastic attorney. Not that these two gentlemen are, but he's done similar work when my home was built.
Oh, we'll
Well,
talk.
just talk
We'll
to
talk
me after the meeting. Throw
We'll
that
talk
forward
after
for
the meeting.
John will tell you the name, but he's fantastic.
And I do apologize. I'm sorry that it had to happen to you.
It shouldn't happen to anybody. Nobody
No,
should.
yeah.
It shouldn't. But it did, and we gotta do something about it to get it fixed.
Melissa, I would like you to stay on it. Do what you can. Call consumers. I've tried. I remember this conversation with you, and I think you gave me the number. I didn't even get the courtesy of a phone call. And it wasn't just one, because you know how I am.
I would tell them what's coming.
absolutely.
And I wouldn't stop. Is there anything else, Vince? All right.
I'm personally sorry for your struggle and making your wife leave in tears. That is not what we sat here to do. Believe me. And if you want to call me, everybody in the county has my number, it seems like.
I will follow up. I'll follow up with Melissa. Like I said, I don't think there's legally anything I can do by advice of my two attorneys, but I will certainly make more phone calls. I would be, you've got a board up here that you've got public record of what's happened. You're on the record of what's happened. This should be a good lawsuit, it would seem to me.
But we need to get resolution for them. They've been dealing with this
Absolutely.
far longer than they should have been dealing with this.
So Jack, if there's legally anything I can do,
No, really, there's nothing the township could legally do, nothing. Anything the township or an agent of the township did would be illegal, other than trying to call consumers, but you can't physically go move the pole or do the drain, it's not ours.
All right. Is there anyone else that's in the audience that would like to address the board on agenda or non-agenda items this evening? Hearing none, I will move to those attending via Zoom. Is there anyone that's attending via Zoom? Mark, you want to just raise your hand, unmute? Anybody? Hearing none. It is now 7:18 p.m., and if there's nothing else, I say good night and the meeting's adjourned.